You want to get out?
Yeah.
Okay. Sit, turn around. I'm gonna dump you out, okay?
Okay.
Put your foot up here. I'm gonna dump you. Okay? Lay down. So you're gonna slide out, okay? It's a big slide. Okay? I gotta take these monster shoes off first because they have rubber and you're just gonna pitch forward. All right? So lay down. We're gonna dump you, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Ready, steady, go. Nope, sit.
No.
Sit.
Are you tired?
Want some more?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. All right. Hop out. There you go. Ready, steady, go.
That's the one. How is that?
And there you go. We've dumped an entire load of kids to the ground.
That's perfect.
That's perfect?
That's perfect.
No,
Wait there, will you?
I know, it's perfect. So this thing, I know it's kind of dark, but it has a, this is the, I don't even know what model, but it's a rechargeable 24 volt, 35 amp hour overland power cart. Manufacturers in the USA. I think it's in like Ohio or something. And then this is the 8 cubic hopper around. Engineered and manufactured in the USA, Brentwood. I say that's Ohio. They got dual wheels. Anyway, it's getting dark. I'm not gonna really do a full video on this, but I was just having some fun with the kids. Nothing unsafe about what I was doing. For anyone that was thinking I was just gonna fully dump them. The older one, yes, but the younger one, he's kind of still a little bit scaredy. But yeah, this thing dumps all the way. Hydraulically. You can also release there's a manual release here, and you can actually dump this thing. So you're gonna see that the hydraulic piece is gonna come back, and then the dump cart is gonna stay up. Oh, well, I guess it should work out. See, it's just a little bit tight at the hinge. And this is all this is just a spring-loaded latch. A spring-loaded latch, and it just latches onto this little lip right here. Not sure if you lost power, you could dump it. But, I mean, see this thing? You can dump it all the way over. You just, yeah, top lid manually. Or you can just do it the hydraulic way. You just put this back down. And then this, you just gotta make sure it's locked back in. I know it's dark, you can't see, but I'm just pulling this thing. It sets down. I'll do another video. I was just playing around with the kids. Not really a review, but see, it's locked in. Also, what's cool about this thing, so right now it has this electric brake. Like you can see that it doesn't want to go. but there's this red tab right here. Well, you can't see it, so I'll have to do another video. But there's a tab right here. I pull up on it, and now it's in freewheel. I just now I can just push it and pull it as I want with no power to the unit. Anyway, I'll do another video on this later on, but just having some fun with the kids. The generator did not want to start. But in their video, it did show that it was working. I mean, I got like almost 3,100 hours, so it's pretty old. But we'll see if we can get this thing running. It's pretty late, so I'm not gonna try to crank it now. But yeah, I like the fuel meter. Maybe that's the battery gauge or something. But yeah. And then the hot water pressure washer. I haven't tried starting it because, well, I'm not gonna run it without water. That's silly. So just haven't plugged in water. I need to put this pressure washer or this fire hydrant or fire extinguisher back on the truck. But yeah. 2222 my TM hot water pressure washer. My TM hot water pressure washer, 3,500 psi. It has a Kohler engine in there, and it's 3,500 psi. And this is a Miller Bobcat 250. It's a welder generator combo. Something about this, you can't really see it now. Again, I'll do another video on this, but the exhaust is pretty corroded, and actually there's a hole right here. So I'm probably gonna replace the exhaust. I take this out actually. I sprayed some penetrating fluid on the rusted bolts because that's going to be the hardest thing to get out. The top just comes off. So I'll be in the market for a exhaust. Yeah. And then I'm going to be cleaning this bad boy up and hopefully getting it running. And then I got to get a propane tank for the back. We'll just put this right here. Actually, we'll put it in the handle right here. That way I don't forget it. My Bosch HEPA filter. I was cleaning out my my dry vents, and I noticed this thing was smelling. But that's because I used it to clean the gutters or the roof or something, and it had still the wet residue from the bird poop. And so I've been meaning to clean this thing ever since I've taken out my old kitchen cabinets and like vacuumed of all the dust and stuff, and I didn't put a bag in there, so I thought I had completely messed this thing up. But I was able to pop this thing off, and I'll do another video on this thing. But this thing actually just opens up in the back, and you can grab the filter. This filter is washable. Well, I washed it and it's still holding intact. It's like a HEPA filter made in Germany. And then I hosed out the bucket, so it should still, yeah. I really like this vacuum. So I even hosed down this on the other side. Try not to wash it down too much because this is a power head, but yeah. And then I got this bad boy. So instead, let's put it. Alright, so that's down, and it's still in freewheel, so we can turn it off, and we'll just freewheel this back into place. It's sometimes easier to just like freewheel it to maneuver it, but then again, it just takes a little bit of getting used to. And then to prevent the kids from driving it, I'm gonna park it this direction. I'm gonna leave it in freewheel, so yeah, I'm gonna have to cover it because they're gonna play with this thing. And then as an additional safety precaution, I'm just gonna pull this thing. Pull this thing up so they can't really move it. And this is while I'm just at work. I'll lock the wheel. And then I'm just gonna put this back in here. So yeah, I was able to get these out of the truck using that lift gate. And the only reason I have them here is because, well, all that stuff is over there, pending finishing my drainage situation. And said it was going to rain, so I just wanted to keep them out of the rain for now before I put them away. So this runs really nice. This is a brand new unit, display model, being sold, being auctioned off. This, I have not ran it yet, but it's a brand new unit. It doesn't look like it has even been really used. And then this is an older thing that if I can get running. But as far as getting it off the truck and getting it in my backyard, it was pretty uneventful. Seeing the tight space that I have, and well, dealing with all this stuff right here, and then the tight space I have right here. So it did take some maneuvering, not too much though. This was the perfect space, but it was only hampered by the fact that I have these boards covering this channel right here. So, but all in all, it was the fact that they have those large wheels, made it very maneuverable. So yeah, this is where they're going to be sitting for a little bit. Hoping to get some use out of this with this yard work. I do have some dirt that's behind those chairs that I excavated, obviously. Putting in a 3-inch pipe, it's not going to take the same amount of backfill. So I'm going to have to spread this dirt along the tree line, along the fence line. I still got to pressure wash the backyard after I get done with all this project. I've used the auto pressure washer on the front yard, so I'm gonna try this one on the backyard and see how that works. And then this guy, it's gonna be my my little pet project, getting it running, getting that exhaust off, all those corroded bolts. So hopefully they don't break. Yeah. Then I'll have to drill and learn to tap. But luckily I have all the tools. I just need to find a time. So yeah. This is a long video. I was actually going to shoot one on the truck, but it's kind of dark right now, as you can see. It's only light on it here. And in fact, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to cover this stuff because the kids are going to come here and they're going to see all these switches and they're going to turn. And they're gonna take this to run, and they're gonna scare themselves when they take it to start, and they're gonna leave it in the run position. It's gonna drain the battery, so I need to get that situated. Luckily, I have a piece of tarp, so I'm probably gonna put a tarp over it and use a couple straps to secure it. But I'll do that tomorrow. Should be fine. They won't get to it by then. But like I said, I'll do another video on each of these individually, show their functionality. I do know that this Miller Bobcat, they're selling some newer ones that has the 2 little swivel front tires. Those would have been a pain to work with. I like the idea that they swivel and you can rotate them on a dime. But for me, moving from the front yard to the backyard, the gravel and then the transitioned areas, this front tire, even though I had to like manhandle it using this arm, was the best for me. If not, yeah, I would have to figure something out. This thing, I would say if I was gonna buy, like if I was in the market for one initially and didn't just stumble on this, and I went on their website, I would have gotten the one with the dual wheels in the front and the dual wheels in the back. That way, you just have a drivetrain. In fact, those, I guess what do you call this? A front wheel or rear wheel drive? Anyway, it's I'm not sure if the drive system is connected to both of them. It's probably just connected to one, but yeah, I think that's how it works. And then this new pressure washer, having new tires that aren't like chewed up from people trying to push it or pull it with this thing engaged and digging into the wheels. The only downside is this is a Kohler engine, I guess. I'm not sure if it's less superior to Honda. But yeah, three of my my newest equipment. This I'm familiar with because I already have one. This is pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty cool because I already have that unit. But the problem with that unit on turf is that it tends to shift the turf if you try to turn on a dime. So you have to keep, well, the way that turns is by engaging the brake on the side that you want to, turn. And so you got to make like small incremental changes. If not, in a place like this, it will definitely tear up the turf. And that's gas engine, so it's a little bit noisier. This is electric. This is like a gasoline powered car, and this is a Tesla. This is a Tesla, this Overland. So it's really quiet. Both of them have electric dump. So this is an electric dump, that's a hydraulic dump. So that's really cool. That's 1,100 pounds capacity at Yard Max. And it's probably rebranded Yard Max by somebody else because I've seen them in other names. And this has an electric dump, so they both dump. And this one, you have a manual feature, you can dump it if you lose power. That one, you're not gonna do anything if you lose hydraulics under power. What else is there about that one? Like I said, 1,100 pound capacity. I want to say this is like 650. It's actually so they were just saying this was manufactured October 7th of 2022. So this is like a year old, actually. But it was a display model. But yeah, 1,100 pound capacity, like just under 700 or 700 pound capacity right here. Obviously a larger hopper. So, but this is also plastic. That's metal. That one I was gonna say, I have a Yard Max attachment on the front. I don't have it. It's at the side of the house, but it has a scraper or something you can attach to it and like push dirt or something flat. So that's cool. These are definitely overkill for what I have for a yard, but I'm not gonna always live here. So, and then this is just like getting into the big boys of welding, even though I haven't even been conceived yet for welding, if that makes sense. I'm still figuring it out. But yeah. Anyway, this is gonna be a short video. I'll do another video on the service truck tomorrow. Got a couple ideas. Ideas are turning in my head. I'm not pressed for time for anything. To make stuff happen. In fact, I have different business ideas I'm thinking about pursuing simultaneously from the mobile sense. And so, because I have the tools. In fact, right here I could have 3 different professions: welding, landscape, and pressure washing. And in a truck, could be a mobile mechanic, or it could be any one of these. So there's that. Anyway, I got stuff to do. It's late, and yeah, excited to add some stuff to the inventory. I can only add so much. I only have so much space. And I guarantee you, once I live on a bigger property, you're gonna find me picking up a bulldozer. I don't know. I just like heavy equipment and machinery and things that run and things that maybe run, and fixing stuff and doing stuff for myself. That's probably what I don't have to make a business of any of that stuff. If I can use it one time and do it for myself, that's just, I don't know, it's kind of therapy, I guess. I don't know. And then have fun with the kids. And if they catch on to this stuff and are like handy and mechanical, they don't have to be, you know. They don't have to be mechanically inclined or be into this stuff, but they see me messing with this stuff. The only reason I tend not to have them around this stuff is because they're always doing stuff that they're not supposed to do. Like, for instance, when I was driving them around, they were watching my every move, and I guarantee you now they're going to be back here doing this motion. And as soon as they figure this red knob is what turns it on and off, they're going to figure it out, and then they're going to come back here and they're going to pinch their hands right here. So I'm going to get this covered up for their safety, and that's why I don't really have them around when I'm doing a lot of this stuff. But yeah, anyway, right now I'm just blabbering. As me always say, like and I hate the team.